Our lesson today is about fossils. Fossils, they are traces and remains of old living organisms that are preserved in sedimentary rocks. Traces, it indicates the activity of once an old living organism during its life, as worms' tunnels, dinosaurs' footprints, remains. Parts indicate the remains of once an old living organism after death, as dinosaurs' skull, sharks' teeth.
Hello there. I'm Franny the paleontologist, and I'd like to welcome you to my lab. Paleontologists are people that study fossils for a living. What are fossils? Fossils are the remains of ancient plants and animals. They are at least 3,000 years old and are found in the ground. Let me show you a few of my favorite fossils. These dinosaur tracks are called trace fossils. Trace fossils also come in the form of bite marks, nests, and droppings. By studying trace fossils, we can learn a lot about how an animal lived and cared for its young. This ancient sea creature is a mold fossil. Mold fossils are made when an animal or plant is destroyed, but the mud around it hardens quickly and makes a mold of its shape. Check out this chunk of amber. It's a resin fossil. If you look closer, you can see a tiny fly inside. Resin fossils are made when small creatures get caught in a tree's sticky sap. This sap gradually becomes hard amber, which preserves their bodies. Here's my favorite fossil, a body fossil of a dinosaur called Archaeopteryx. Most body fossils are teeth and bones that have changed into stone. Dinosaur body fossils are extremely rare because it takes a very special set of conditions for them to form. How are dinosaur body fossils made? Most dino body fossils form when a dinosaur dies near or in water and is buried by mud before animals could eat it and scatter its bones. The soft parts of the body rot away, but the dinosaur skeleton sometimes survives long enough to be preserved. Minerals in the surrounding mud harden the bones, making them tough as rocks. Over millions of years, the dinosaur and its ancient landscape are buried by layers of dirt and the remains of other dead plants and animals. All the while, the dinosaur fossil remains hidden and undisturbed. Many years later, wind, rain, and ice wear down the layers covering the fossil, exposing the ancient bones. Paleontologists are always searching the globe for dinosaur bones, and sometimes they spot them peeking through ground. At this point, the lucky fossil hunter will celebrate his find and set to work carefully lifting it out from the rock. He then takes it back to the lab to study and learn from his... There you have it. That's how dinosaur body fossils are made.
Types of fossils. Fossils of complete body, mold, cast, and petrified fossils. Fossils of complete body. It is a fossil which was formed as a result of the rapid period of the organism as soon as it died in a medium which preserved it from decomposition as snow and amber, which keeps the whole shape and all the details of the body. Mammoth fossil. It's a type of elephant that was extinct by the snow avalanche occurred in Siberia 25,000 years ago. Amber fossil. During all geologic ages, there were common pine trees which secreted resinous matter that cover insects, and after the resinous matter solidifies, it changed into amber.
And this is it. It felt surprisingly warm and light in my hand. But what made me fall in love with amber was what I discovered inside it. I found something miraculous. There were insects preserved in astonishing detail. I burned with questions. What sort of world were they from? They must have lived a long time ago, but how long? Years later, my brother Richard would play a scientist in a movie which made amber famous the world over.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Richard's character extracted DNA from dinosaurs' blood, traps of plants, among them conifers, seal any wound inflicted by storms or insect attack by producing a sticky resin which oozes out from them. And because it continues to gently flow around whatever it traps, it can preserve creatures in the finest detail. As the resin hardens around its captives, they become suspended in time.
Mold. It is a replica of the internal details of a skeleton of once an old living organism, as ammonites, pneumolites, trilobite. Cast. It is the replica of the external details of a skeleton of once an old living organism, as fish cast, cast of ferns.
Hi everybody, today we are going to make fossils. First, you get your clay, you mash it out, then you use shells, leaves, and dinosaurs and bones to make fossils. Then you wait. Then you take them out and see what they're shaped like. Now you have a fossil. Bye, everybody.
Petrified fossils. They are fossils in which minerals replace the organic matter for organisms part by part, leaving the shape without any change, as dinosaurs' tooth, dinosaurs' egg, petrified wood. Importance of fossils. The importance of fossils are: number one, age determination of sedimentary rocks. Number two, figuring out the paleo environment. Number three, study life evolution. Number four, petroleum exploration.